Hello, everybody. Hey,
Hi.
MäksēFam. Welcome. This is our May monthly check-in. We're going to be reflecting on the month of May and getting ready for June. I don't know. How are we feeling, y'all? How we feeling? If you could give May a number on a scale 1 to 10, what would it be?
Ooh. And she told us she was going to ask that. And I'm like, oh, gosh, I'm having the hardest time nailing down. I'm going to just throw out a number. I'm going to say 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our life coach and founder, Sierra Friend, gave herself a 7. What about our Club Moxie life coach and mentor, Tara?
Depends on the week.
So real.
I finished it at a 10. Like, I am just like overflowing at a 10. Like, love it. But if you would have asked me the first week of May, I'd be like, get me out of here. Like, get me an airplane. I need to get out.
I mean, it's not how you start, but it's how you finish. So
it's good.
I love
it's good. Love it.
I love that you're ending though on a positive, like you're ending, ending
How about
high.
you? Yeah.
What about our director of people and culture, Courtney?
I'm a 10. I'm like ready for the best summer ever. I'm fully like excited. All big 10.
Come on, Ted energy. Like,
I want some of that.
I know. Give me some of that. Courtney's like,
There's the spirit.
I'm here for it.
Right back.
I love that.
What about you, Dee?
I'm gonna give myself like a soft 7. A soft 7. We're good, but we also a little bit in survival. So we're just like, right, it's a soft 7. A soft 7 is how we're ending May.
I'm feeling that too. Yeah, I'll take a soft 7. Yeah.
Give me a soft 7, please. Okay, so Reese's is giving herself an 8. Emily said, I'm gonna 7. Rebecca said 8. We got 7. Yeah, Greta. Andrea said 8. Marianne an 8. Karen 8. Celebrating our anniversary tomorrow and presented a big project at work with great check. Congratulations on that, Karen. I love that. Andrea said solid 8 for me. Okay, solid 8. I love that. Remember, our numbers are just information. If you're team replay, let us know in the comments. How are you giving your score of May on a scale 1 to 10? We want to know. But before we dive more in, I had a little fun game for us, a little game to get us warmed up and maybe get some juices flowing and maybe learn some things that I didn't know about y'all or maybe already knew. But everyone, that means y'all in the comments, team replay, I want you to participate. You're going to give me a this or that, okay? This or that. This is the game. Only a few questions. Starting us off. This or that. Spring or summer?
Oh,
Spring.
Summer.
Wow.
I was so shocked. Like, really? Okay.
Friends, put your answers in the comments. We want to see your answers too. If you guys can hear thunder and lightning, there's a massive storm happening in Costa Rica right now. So, yeah.
We can't hear it. I reduced your background noise on my end so we don't hear it.
Yeah.
I got you.
It's pretty split, isn't it?
It is. It's very split here tonight. Okay. All right. The next one is books or podcast.
Oh.
Are my kids here or not?
No, just you.
Books.
Just me, podcast. No, wait. I answered that wrong.
Book.
Yeah, if I didn't have my little fledglings, it would be books.
I
would podcast.
Books. I would have to say books.
I have to, but if it's what I actually like listen to and consume, it would be podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't read, but I want to read books.
Okay, Karen said podcast. Okay, Karen, represent for the podcast. We got a lot of books.
A lot of books.
The next one is summer bucket list or summer playlist.
Summer playlist.
Yeah, playlist.
Playlist.
Has to be the music.
Absolutely. The summer music. Yes, absolutely. I'm curious what our community is gonna say. What's your go-to summer playlist? Like, what's on your summer playlist? Like your go-to song when you think of summer?
Oh God, I change my music taste like every 3 days. I don't know.
I just immediately go into summer, summer, summertime.
Yeah, that's
Summertime.
good.
Like, that's
I
just
would
like my favorite
Bob
song.
Marley. Bob Marley
Ooh.
for me.
Yeah,
That's
I was
like
thinking oldies as well. Summer brings
Mm.
oldies, like that
Oh, we
nostalgic
got some
vibe.
bucket lists. Okay, bucket list. Okay. This next one is a little bit planner specific because I have to throw some in here. Favorite stickers are favorite pens.
favorite pens.
Oh, yes.
Pens.
Oh, yeah, pens.
Pens.
I would say pens too.
Pens.
I would
Yeah.
say pens too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I cannot
Absolutely.
wait to see what people say in the comments.
Ve- What?
Stickers.
Stickers. Pens.
Andrea,
Wow.
Oxy dads all the way. Pens. Both. Don't make me choose a pen. Oh, I love this. Okay. A few more. Ooh. Planner caddy or planner folio.
Caddy.
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 A folio. Folio, I just touch it. It's like a sensory nervous system regulation tool for me. I just pet it.
There it is. Okay, we
It's
got
not
some
weird at all.
folios,
It is
caddies. Oh, it's split. Okay, wait. I see a lot. Okay, I'm seeing some caddies, some folio. Oh, balloons. Here we
Ooh,
go.
Ooh.
Caddies. I just love the caddy. It's so portable and light, and it literally just holds all the stuff that I still have. Yeah, it's just perfect. Okay, last few before we dive into these reflections. Daily planning check-in or weekly planning check-in?
Weekly. 100%.
I mean,
Weekly.
practically, yeah, it's got to be weekly. But I would love to do daily. But ain't gonna happen.
Oh,
What
Tara.
about you, Tara?
You guys, 2025 has like caught me by surprise halfway through. I'm just like, I don't know what I do anymore. I'm just here.
Tara's like,
It's so real. Oh, Tara.
I do
is
like
so-
I check in my head, in my brain. I check
That
in
counts.
daily, but I mean, I do weekly planning. It just it's like a couple of minutes. It's like it's so sporadic. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about this year. But
oh my
here we are.
Yes. Okay, so we had a split. We had some dailies, some weeklies, just dependent on it. Yep. Okay. Maintenance goals are stretch goals.
Oh, stretch. All day,
Stretch,
every day.
stretch goal. Give me a stretch. See your face.
Oh, what? Stretch.
I kind of live in the maintenance. Okay.
Yeah.
I live in like the maintenance. I would love to have stretch goals. I'm just right now, I'm just in like these feelings goals. That's what I was figuring out when I was doing my reflections this month. Like all of them are just about like maintaining this feeling and like deepening connection and like trying to keep things aligned. So I don't know, it doesn't feel very stretchy. It's just like, okay, how we doing? Vibe check.
Hey, listen.
How do we get?
I'm here for that. I'm here for that season of life. Listen, MäksēFam was with you. There was so many maintenance. Everybody was like maintenance. And then I seen a couple of stretch goals. Yeah. Okay, last one. Weekly actions or weekly reflections?
Weekly action. You said reflections, Court?
I did, yeah.
Courtney, I feel like I love like your weekly reflections. I just always love seeing them.
Oh, thanks. There's just like I get energy from my weekly reflections. My weekly actions right now are like, oh, do I have to? Which is a whole other conversation.
I have to go with weekly actions. I'm like, it's just, just those 8 areas of life. I'm like, let's go. Like, okay, it just takes everything and gives it always is like just something that centers me right away.
Same.
Same. What about
Anytime
you,
I feel chaotic, it feels like sorry.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, you.
I was saying anytime I feel chaotic, I'm always like, I didn't do my weekly actions. And then I sit down and do them and I immediately feel so much better. Like my brain just feels happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love
Go
that.
team.
Yeah, my brain loves to like filter things and put them in compartments. So the weekly actions is where it's at for me. I'm just like, okay, what do I do with all of these thoughts? And then I just color code it, and I'm like, all is right. All is right with the world.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thanks for entertaining me with that game, y'all.
It's
Fun.
fun.
I know. It's just I always love a good game. But let's dive into how May was for us. Okay. So if you have your planners or your iPads, this is the time to get them out and we're gonna do our weekly reflections together. So the very first question is, what were my biggest wins this month? What were our biggest wins this month?
I want to say something before. If you haven't done your reflections, get your planners and do it with us. Like,
Yes.
do it as we fill it out, like sneaky time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start off, you guys. This
I love
move
it.
has kicked my ass, like in every way. It is undoing everything. And the tension around the losses of routines and rhythms and community and just everything, like even just the daily conveniences of life. I've shared with the girls, like, if you need food, you go to 3 different places and it's like a town 45 minutes away. If you need, like, I was trying to source vitamins and I went to ChatGPT because I was like, I'm not finding anything online. And Chat's like, go to this town 45 minutes away on Saturday mornings to this like park where they have a farmer's market and ask for, and it gives me the name in Spanish, that is to lead me to an elder who specializes in herbs and medicine. And I'm like, I love this. So like everything is taking a lot more effort. In the beginning, I was getting really frustrated about that. But now I'm like, wait, everything is becoming very intentional and ritualistic. But here's what I'll say. My biggest win has been making sure that not only myself, but my family and I are constantly communicating so that we're not wanting to rip each other's throats out. So communicating, like I didn't realize how when you get into the flow of life and just by default and like you get into your rhythms, you kind of stop communicating. And like with all of that gone, we have to communicate. That's been my biggest win because it's been the hardest. It's so hard. It's so hard, but really good. Yeah. So I'm just going to stop there. That's enough.
That's
Yeah.
good. What about you, Courtney?
My biggest win is, so I tend to like want to do certain goals, but the energy isn't always there. And I've had a million physical environment goals forever, but like for some reason this month it just clicked. I don't know if there's something else that I like want to put off more, but I got yard work done. I've been out there on my riding mower, like living my best. I love it so much. And it hasn't just been like, you have to do this, but like I've been enjoying it. I don't know who this person is, but my physical environment stuff has just been like my organizing. Truly, who am I? I'm me. But it's been really good, and I'm just kind of following the energy with it. So yay!
That's awesome.
Oh, I love that. What about you, Tara?
I'm with Sierra, but like on a mini scale, because I just like left my home and family for a few days. I went on a retreat with a community I've been a part of for a few years. And there's something so powerful about taking yourself out of your life and out of autopilot. And like quieting all the noise, and especially being surrounded by community, like that's one of our biggest missions and biggest parts of what we do here is creating that community and just being held by people who get you, who share the same values, and not having responsibilities, not having all the noise. And it was just like, it so life-changing to just be me after 8 years of being a mom, 15 years of being a partner, married to my husband, like, and I was just me for 4 days. And it was just like, I don't know. Now I'm like on team Moxie Life retreats, like 150%. We have to do it because it's so powerful to see people in 3D, you guys. Anyway, so it's just like my biggest win for probably all of this year or more. I don't know. So good.
Oh, I love that, Tara. And you deserve that. Like, oh, what a gift. Oh, I'm happy for you. Yes. And also, monster retreat. Absolutely. Sign me up, please.
Let's come down to Costa Rica.
Oh, don't listen. Do not tell me that.
Don't tempt us.
Oh, wait, it's the spider. It's the bugs. You know me.
Bugs. It's very alive here. It's very alive. Yep. But I kind of like it after a while, you're like, okay, you're in charge. Clearly, let me get out of your way.
I love that. Okay, my biggest win this month has definitely probably been, I've really been focusing on spiritual and personal growth this month, and we finally found a church for our family that we enjoy going to. And it's just been a really big win for me because I didn't realize how much I wanted to be around like other community members and meeting new people. I felt like this month I was putting myself out there and starting conversations, inviting people out for coffee dates. And so spiritual and relationships have kind of been like my big wins this month. And so it was just like nice because I was like, oh, I like asked someone, hey, you want to meet up for coffee? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. We exchanged numbers. And I was like, whew, like, I was like, when did making friends become hard again? Or it's just like,
Yeah.
It's just different. Like, and so, but that was like a really big win for me was like putting myself in uncomfortable situations to make new friends and find community. And it's been really good, not just for me, but also for my family. So yeah, that was a big one.
I love that, Darren. That's so cute. And it made me think that's one of my wins this month too. We have found community where we're at, and I have 2 new girlfriends. They both are business owners, and they're here in Costa Rica. And we had I sat down and had like a 3-hour talk with one of them. We were both crying. It was the first time we met. Like by the end of like 3 hours, we're like, I really like this. Let's be friends. And I was like, oh, this is so great. Yeah.
I love that. And then Karen just said, I've been craving community in my high-rise building and wanting to meet more neighbors. And I talked to the property management about organizing events, and they're fully supportive.
That's awesome.
I love that win. Oh my goodness. Another win before we move on to our next question is naturally mini set. My biggest win is getting back on track with my health and wellness. It's been a goal month to month, but I finally getting back to the groove slowly. Thankful that the weather finally broke. Oh, I love that. Love that. All right. The next question is things that are currently working. Currently working. What's working well for us?
Although the change of seasons, like in transitions, was really hard at the beginning of May, I'm all about it. I just feel like change is what I want right now. Like not big change, but like little changes to kind of get out of like the rut and the routine and to like open myself up to new possibilities. So like everything changing is giving me life. And that has been, and embracing that has been working.
That's good.
I'm there.
I'm kind of in a similar boat. I feel we're in so much like snow globe. I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, I don't even know how to answer any of these questions this month. I'm like, I don't know. It just depends on what day
you wrote them, Sierra.
Listen, but I also just want to hear like the permission that Sierra, who created this planner, who put these questions together, also has hard time struggling to answer these questions. So
yeah,
I don't know how to answer this.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's okay.
I'm like, okay,
we're in good company.
Yeah, because I would be like, oh, rest, and then I was like, wait, no, I haven't been. I started sleeping awful this week. Okay, let's throw that out because something I don't know. And then I'm like, wait, Sierra, you're being too harsh. What I'm realizing as I was going through this is I'm trying to lump everything into a month, and I'm like, my life feels way faster than a month. I don't know how to answer that. Like you said, Tara, what week? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say, I think it's allowing myself to go with the flow. That is working for me more. I was really in resistance to a lot of stuff. And now I'm like, it is what it is. And Sierra, you're supposed to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're here. So anyway, yeah, that's working.
Something small that's been working for me is habit stacking. Like, just I think I probably even said this last month, but it's still working. Is this idea like just going on a walk with Duke and maybe listening to a podcast, or just going on a walk and listening to nature. Like, it's like something that I'm doing with this little human that I love so much, and it's filling up both of our buckets, but it's also a sensory thing. Or if it's not a sensory thing, it might be a spiritual thing depending on what I'm listening to, or a personal thing. Um and then like listening, y'all, living in Atlanta, I mean, I knew this and I prepared myself to pack my patience, but the traffic is a real thing. And so listening to a podcast while I'm driving has been just something that's really working for me in this season. Like, when I can't have like moments of quiet at home, I can have moments of quiet in my car, or I can listen to something to encourage me, to fill me back up. Just like I've been really, what's working is motivating myself. That's what I'm trying to say. And those have been the ways that I've been able to do that. Is it's been while I've been in motion, like motivation and I'm reflecting as it's coming out. Motivation and motion has been working for me. And so, yeah, and it's really just been working, because it used to, I was like, no, I have to have this quiet time in the morning for an hour where I can just sit, and that's not right in this season. So it's like finding those moments in the crack to like motivate myself in whatever way that I need to. So that's been working. All that to say.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Mine has been like detaching from those expectations too, which I feel like I've been on that broken record for so many years, but it just like keeps being relevant. I'm like, well, go figure. I had like this idea of how things were going to look, and I needed to break it down and detach from that outcome in order to find true peace, because it wasn't like that pretty little perfectionist picture that I thought it was going to be. And it's the lesson that keeps on teaching. So yeah, it was that for me too. And I really think at the core of that too was the ability to recharge my soul and like take care of me, which we have talked about before. And I'm figuring out too that I do personal growth. Like, I love like talking about it and everything. And it's like a different thing to like dig down deep and like do the work. And I'm like, yeah, let's talk. Like, I love talking theory and philosophy and stuff. And then like when I break down and cry about it, I'm like, okay, I'm doing the work. And that it's just like, I don't know. It's like, I didn't know those were two different things until like last week. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've just been talking about it for so long. And then like when I actually see it, and when other people see me in it, that's when it works. When people say, I see that, I feel that, I live that, and me too. Like, you are validated, and like you're not alone in that. And that works. That works, people. It's so good.
That's so good. I love that. Let's see. Our community had said, Yarisi said, consistently feeding my mind with good content. Yes, listening to the past Club Moxie sessions during my commute time. Val said, focusing on my daily self-care habits. Val, I want to know what some of those habits are. Karen said, getting back to planning weekly actions and assigning them to days to get done. Super helpful. Also getting my husband back on track with planning too. I love that you both are doing it together. Greta said, I'm getting enough sleep and reading good fiction. That's it. Okay, Greta, what are we reading? I gotta know. And then we also have Naturally Many said audiobooks. Let me know, what audiobooks are you listening to? We don't gatekeep around here, y'all. We want to know. Want to know the habits and the books and the music and the audiobooks and the podcasts, all the things that y'all are listening to, because
Influence us.
Help us. Yeah. While the next thing, so we talked about what's working, what's currently not working, like this, like
trying to do it all and do it all well and not ask for help and think that I'm still going to have energy to do it again tomorrow.
Listen, Tara, I feel like I think that there's a lot of people in that boat.
That's real. I think for me, it is in the transition. I've been doing kind of, Tara, like what you were talking about. I've been doing a lot of thinking and a lot of planning, but the doing part hasn't necessarily always been following. And so like I just like, okay, we have how many 4 days left? And I'm like, how many of these things can I get done before June gets here so that it's not carrying over? Like that's all I want. I just don't want to have like another week, another month of carryover. So like planning things but not doing them is not working.
Didn't you tell me one time you do your weekly actions and like try and finish as many as you can on Sunday so that like you're basically
I do
done
my
with them
weekly
by-
actions. Like the best time for me is doing them on Friday so that I can check some of them off before the new week starts. So I've already accomplished, because I know my energy, and it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're starting to move it on. Thursday and after, I'm just like, it's not going to work. So I try to get it done, the weekend before, which I guess kind of works out then, because then I'm just working on next week.
I love that. I did not know that about you.
I didn't know that Sunday was like this is where I'm going to try to knock these things.
That's kind
Hardcore.
of, you like gamified it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a huge dopamine game. I'm all about it. So yeah, no, it's May 27th today. So we've got a couple more days, guys. To finish June.
We can do it.
What's not been working for Sierra? You go. You sounded like you had something.
We've been very in the flow. So it's funny because what's working and what's not working are almost in opposition to each other. Because I've been so much in flow and just like, okay, we just got to go with the flow. When you're changing your entire life. But I'm missing routine. I'm missing the predictable. I'm missing the consistent, and we try, like the kids have their schedule and their routine but oh boy, there's just a lot of balls in the air. And so I'm like, when I was planning for this live tonight, I'm like, ooh, I want to do my ideal week again, but with this new season of life, because I haven't done one in forever. And so that was like my number one goal that I cannot wait to do. If you guys don't know about our ideal week, it's a free printable on our website. So go download it. And I recommend doing it at least every season, every quarter, where you just figure out like, what do you want to do, when, and where are you going to make time for yourself, for your hobbies, for your family, whatever, all of that stuff. But anyway, I've been going crazy with the lack of consistency. And you guys, that's saying a lot, because I really don't like routines and rhythms. I really don't. And so for me, like being like, okay, let's get them, like, is a lot.
That's a big thing. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, you're similar.
But with it like seasons of transition, like how do you find that ideal week? That's a toughie.
I know. And that's why it'll be interesting when I sit over that piece of paper. I'm going to be like, is this easy or is it hard?
We're going to come back to that, because that's tied into what I've learned this month, the ideal week. We're going to come back to this ideal week, because that's already tied into what I've learned this week. Because yes. I'm just going to go there. We're going to talk about it now, because I think what's not working for me, and kind of goes into our next question of what I learned this month was, and I think I was talking to Courtney about it a couple weeks ago, like I do the ideal week and it's called an ideal week, but I think I make it the perfect week. And I think this is what I have to do every single day for every single, like these hours are ideal. Like this is what I wanted. And when I tell you that life is just not working like that right now, where it's like, no, it's like ebb and flow. And it's just like some days are a lot of Duke and my son. And then some days are like, we get a lot of work done. And then some days it's just, we just need to lay down and rest. And I look and I do it. And I have to remind myself that this is a guide and this is your ideal week. And this is just a map, especially when you have days where you're like, what do I do? Oh, this is what I can look at. But I think the biggest thing I'm learning is that I'm just in a season that ebbs and flows, and being okay. Like you said, Sierra, going with the flow. And so I think what's not working, to answer that question, is being hard on myself when trying to live up to this idealistic and perfect schedule and make it all nice and tidy. Y'all, have y'all ever seen those time blocking? Why am I whispering? Like, y'all are right here.
This is serious
Tell us.
business.
Okay, have you ever seen those time blocking YouTube videos where people like make their Google calendars all pretty and aesthetic and they block out every single time? Like,
Yeah. I love that.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And I love that for them. But when I try to do it, I just get filled with so much anxiety. And I'm like, this is just not working. Why are you trying to block off every time of that? Like, that just does not work for you. And so, all that to say, that's what's not working and what I'm learning, all wrapped up in one.
Oh my gosh. I get that.
I'm curious. That's a really interesting, because I know this about you. You and I don't like the rigid. We don't like the rigid. We're like, no, we want a direction. We want kind of like we're going that way and we're going to go with the energy. We're going to follow the energy. But like, you're either that way or you're not. So I'm curious, how many of you do like the whole time blocking, time management, like that linear kind of going through your day? Like, how many of you really thrive when you're able to do that? And how many of you, when I say that, makes your skin crawl?
Yeah. I'm curious too.
Tara, Court, you guys, because I already know Dee's answer.
I've been in like the don't listen and don't judge. How do y'all say that? But I've been in like the strategic, like homemaking, momming world for a lot of time, and a lot of them do that more rigid structure. So I've tried to fit myself in those boxes so often. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not a boxy lady. Like, I am a creative spirit, intuitive. Like, I want to feel good in my days and not like I'm being directed. So I've been there in those boxes, and like I see the benefit of it. And I think after some time of seeing like, okay, these are the things that feel good to my soul. It's not a should. I've like moved out of should territory, but these are the things that work. If I do these things every week or my daily habits, I feel good. It brings out like the best me and like my truest me. Then I'm no longer like shackled to those time blocks, and I'm just able to trust myself that I know what needs to get done, and I don't need to hold myself to that rigid schedule. Am I making sense? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I spent a lot of 2024 like strategizing, and this year I'm like, nah, we can let go. We can trust ourselves. Isn't that a fancy concept?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tara, I
Took a while.
felt like the one thing I love about you, Tara, is that you are very like theoretical and like you have like all these big and the way that you enter into that space is beautiful. And I was just like, oh my goodness, I feel like I just made a soul connection when you just talked, because I was like, yeah, it's when you said just trusting ourselves, and I was like, that's what it is. Like, it's learning to trust myself, that with the ebb and flow, if I just allow myself to go with it, that when I look back on this month, I can say, oh no, you did show up. Look how you showed up here. Look up how you showed up here, which is the whole point of this conversation. And look how you showed up here in this area. And the moment you're down on yourself because maybe you only gave yourself an hour to do it that week. But when you add that up over the course of the past few weeks, look at that. Like, it's just, you know, we got to just got to trust it.
Okay, it's interesting that you said that, because I've been doing a lot of writing and reflecting lately, and I'm realizing I'm like I'm either 150 on or completely not. But when I'm on, I get done what I need to get done over. If you look at a day, I'm like, I either passed or failed the day, and I don't like that. But if you take it at a week, I'm like, the week got done. Even further, the further out you pull back, the more I'm like, oh, we're winning. But if if you make me sit down for an hour and judge it, or a day, I'm like, that's not enough data. I don't want to say it's good or bad. And it made me realize that like it's okay to have those rhythms, those energy rhythms or those productivity rhythms, and be like, I can be super on and I'm good. And then I also need to rest. And maybe it doesn't look like 9 to 5 or, whatever, those rigid, ways to do things.
Yes.
Yeah. We need more of that.
Yes, because our society doesn't. It's not built like that. That's not
It's
what's
like
taught us.
we were talking about May. Like it depends on the day of like 1 week's good. Like if it's just, it's life too. Yeah. Like if you zoom out far enough, how was life? I mean, there was good and there was bad. Like there was a little
Right.
bit of everything, but we got it all done.
Yeah. What about you, Courtney?
Okay, this is probably not surprising. I love the idea of planning it out like minute by minute, but I cannot do it. And so like that's been a huge shift in, I would say, what are we in May? So like March and April, I planned everything to a T and my schedule was packed. And then sometime in the last month, I was like, that's unrealistic. Like there is I would just schedule things right back to back, thinking that I could change my energy and my focus, or like getting the kids out the door and like, yeah, in 5 minutes, sure. When's that going to ever happen? And I realized because the season is changing, there are just some responsibilities I don't have. I just have more space around my stuff. And it's made me realize that I do still like planning those blocks, but they are blocks with a lot of space in between instead of trying to like plan the in between. And so that's kind of been my sweet spot. I love knowing what I kind of want to do, but it has to be spaced out because I try to pack way too much in.
You plan for 150%, Courtney, too?
I do. All 400 days of a year. Oh my gosh, it's insane.
400 days.
Oh,
so real.
And so, oh man, I'm so glad that where that conversation went, because I think it just, for me, it just kind of continues to give me permission to just accept, like, no, this is how you're built, and that's okay. Like, but also going back to what I need, Tara, of trusting myself. So, with that said,
not being mean to ourselves, like unnecessary, like mental mind trash that we do to ourselves.
Yeah.
We are not robots.
No.
I'm clearly feeling this conversation because you guys can see it all visually in my body. I'm just like,
you're so sweet. I just want to hug you.
So with that said, as we get ready to close out this month, what's something that you learned this month? What did May teach you?
Oh, this is a perfect like segue from what we were just talking about. I literally wrote, well, with a little asterisk. So just bear with me here, you guys. I'm deconstructing American culture for my brain. Timelines and deadlines aren't real. They're not real. Timelines are prescribed. Yes. They're prescribed. And it's in weird ways. I'm really seeing that, like even with my kids with homeschooling, my youngest, I've just been in this fear of like, oh, is he going to fall behind? And I keep thinking, fall behind what? Okay, fall behind what? This standardized testing in America, which by the way, we won't be back for a bit. On whose schedule? Yet I've been beating myself up and thinking, oh, we're not making enough progress. But I'm like, wait a second, hold on. We are. That timeline, that deadline doesn't exist where we're at, but I hold on to it. And then I realize I'm like, oh my gosh, I went on this whole rant in my journal the other day about like how many of our timelines and deadlines are so unnecessary and they're handed down and prescribed to us. And we're like, okay, let's just do it. And I mean, I'm just as guilty, by the way. And I'm really struggling with it because I find comfort in it. In some ways, it helps me move forward. But also there are certain aspects where I'm like, I create a lot of additional stress by thinking that I have got to do these 80 things in this certain amount of time. Otherwise, cue the label, cue the judgment, cue the whatever assessment, ready to put a label on it. And it's just, no. So yes, there are times when timelines and deadlines matter, but there's a lot that don't. There's a lot. Yeah.
Yes.
That's my biggest lesson.
Thank you for that. I received that lesson too.
Yeah. Like I was telling my husband, I'm like, okay, so maybe, we take a little bit longer learning this thing, but he's still going to learn the thing, and we don't need to feel bad about it. And he sure as hell doesn't need to feel bad about it, especially so I'm like, we're going to get there. Again, pull out further. I think that's what it is. Pull out further. If it's not working for you looking at it like this, and pull out a little bit further, give yourself a little bit more space to make it work and then when you pull out a little bit further, you realize it does end up working out for the most part, usually.
Yes.
So
I remember not too long ago, there was something that was talking about like specifically with kids and like benchmarks, right? And it was like, are you going to go to a job interview or a family reunion and they're going to be like, hey, when did you sit up? Or what was your first word? Or how did you do on your math test in first grade? Like, no, like it's all, I was driving the other day and I just got really big into that mode where I was just like, this is all made up. It doesn't matter. And like, it's a construct. And so like, cause we were like kind of going to be late and that's kind of a thing. And we were going to like speed a little bit. So we got there like closer to on time. And then I was like, I don't want to speed. And if I'm late, who cares? Like in the grand scheme of life, what are these things really going to matter?
Yes. And hold on, pull that back up, Emma, please. Oh my gosh. Okay. I just want to hug you first of all, because I'm in this space and what we've been doing, like with my son, he has anxiety around learning because he's a COVID kid. He was in kindergarten when COVID hit. So he grew up learning from people like this. And he's a very intuitive, very emotional kiddo. And when he couldn't pick up on things, which made sense, shame came in very quickly and it shut him down. And so it's like, I'm like, oh, instead of pushing that thing, we're like, no, let's work on him finding joy with learning again because of exactly what Emma said. The last thing I want is for him to not enjoy learning because someone made learning painful for him at some point. And I sure as hell don't want to feed that monster. And it's true because like you said, Court, you don't show up and say, oh, I read my first book at this time or I walked at this time. No, but you know what? You'll always remember the person who shamed you for not doing what you should be doing by a certain time. And it carries on with people. And then it stops you. It gets in our way. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Yeah. Emma, thank you for sharing.
Yes. I'm here. Listen, I'm here to have this conversation again because it's really hitting. It's really hitting. And the shame that's tied with that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's doled out so easy. Like, oh, here you go. Have some shame. You're not gonna.
You shared that, Sarah, because I think just even you sharing it is just giving me a little bit permission, like with Duke and his learning. Like, okay, I'm like, okay, he's supposed to hit these skills, but then the neurodivergency and and him being autistic, like how do I? And it's like, well, he's supposed to be doing that, and I'm just like, this is just, it's not helpful. It's not, and it adds more stress. And it's just like, no, how has he grown? From this month to the next, I've seen this. Yes. Take that stuff and they're like, I needed to hear that. So I can like, yes.
You're doing great. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Yes.
And I think what it shows too, like in the same way that we need to give space to our little ones to be vulnerable and to not know and to not get everything right. The same thing we need to reflect back to ourselves. And that's what I've learned this month is like being vulnerable and showing like when we're struggling and asking for help and saying like, hey, I don't have it all together. Like, and so what? Like the more you break down that wall, the more you connect with people. And that's what it's all about. It's about deeply loving and feeling connected to this world And it's not about the accolades, the accomplishments, and this is the title. And that's, at the end of the day, not what it's about. And when we could give that example to our kids and show it to ourselves, and it's just, you just live deeper. I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's just so much more real. I don't know. I guess that brings us to being unapologetically us, right? And just taking down those walls, trying to this has been the big connection month, like we were talking about earlier, like finding these new connections. And I'm just at a point where it's like, this is who I am. I'm not really going to hide any of my idiosyncrasies or quirks. I'm kind of weird. Are you in or you out? Like, whatever.
Yes.
Come on. Yes. You're in or you're out. This is me.
Are you in? Yeah.
I am here for that Tara energy. Yes.
Yes.
I'm
letting our kids like see that example too, I think, just as a parent person is so important too.
Well, and like
So
I was starting to try this. Yeah, like we were noticing that it was starting to add into our stress. Sorry, I think there's a delay for me. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. But yeah, like it was adding to our stress, and it was creating more tension. And I'm just like, let's just let us teach kids that it's okay to just be themselves. And we model that through our example. Yeah. And Tara, I'm in. I'm Club Tara all day long, girlfriend.
Sorry, see, this is how weird I am.
I am weird quirks and all. I'm here for it. Yes.
I'm so
now I will reflect it on May as we get ready for June and start planning. What are the improvements or adjustments that we need to make going into the next month? It can be small, big. What's an adjustment or an improvement that we can make?
I'll go first. Oh, you want to, Court, you go.
I was gonna say I actually started today making an Eisenhower matrix, and I'm taking all these tasks. By the end of the month, my notes app is like really long for all the things that I haven't done, and I'm putting it into the Eisenhower matrix, and I'm prioritizing, and I'm going to delete some things. That's my adjustment. I don't want to. I'm working hard. I want to play hard, and I don't have time for the rest of it.
That's good.
I love it. Make space.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I'm making more time for me instead of being the visionary, the strategist, the business owner, the mom, the wife. I'm bringing Sierra back into the fold.
I love that. I think an adjustment that I need to make going into the next month is, one, giving myself more grace. But I'm so like big picture, like I'm so used to thinking 3 months out in advance, 6 months out in advance, that I think for this summer specifically, I just need to look at this week in advance and the next week and the next week and take it day by day and week by week. Just because it's just, I think me looking at the like big picture is making me anxious, which is something I'm normally not, but I know in this next season and heading into June, I need to just do things week by week. And so that's a small adjustment that I'm going to make. And it also is going to help me be a little bit more present and then just enjoy where I'm at. Yeah.
I like that. It's interesting that there's the time theme through all of our answers.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. What's interesting?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
I don't know. We always find some common denominator.
There's always. I'm like, are we feeding off of each other with our answers, or is it that we're all going through it?
I have these written down.
Is it a collective thing? You know, like how are all of y'all in the comments? Are you guys struggling with time too? I'm curious. Is this like just a collective upheaval?
It's this season too. This is such a crazy season of like it, and just like in nature as well. Like everything is just like growing and so much is happening. And I think the lesson and like the adjustment to like even when everything's moving so fast, to be able to pause. That's like my adjustment is like, okay, there's a lot coming. So like, just whenever you can, just pause, just take a deep breath, because it is like time just, it just marches, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Andrew,
Andrew,
Maysember.
Mm.
Someone said Maysember. I'm like, yeah, that's
exactly how it feels.
Mhm.
Yo, that's eerie because that's exactly how it feels.
yeah.
So many things.
I just felt okay. With that, what are we most grateful for right now? I always love this question.
I wrote my people. That was it. And people.
I'm gonna say my home. I'm grateful for it for the first time in a while, instead of like just seeing its improvements.
Yeah. That's it. I'm gonna piggyback off of you, Court, because I'm gonna say home too. I'm visiting my family in Indiana, and for the first time, Indiana, it's always gonna be home, but my home is in Atlanta. And like to be able to say, like, we moved there in February. And so even if you look back on these like our monthly reflections, I've been talking about getting settled and adjusted, but that feels like home. And I feel the energy difference, I feel the people difference. I feel like, oh, I'm visiting, spending time with family, but I'm like, home is back down south. Like I just yeah, it's just like so I'm grateful that I feel like we made the right decision where we moved at. So I'm grateful for that confirmation of like that was the right move for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Thanks.
Yeah. And that's what I'm grateful for, the perspective that I've gotten through like the support of my people, through time away, and like being able to zoom out, and just being able to see the same situation that I had last week with a different lens. Like it just feels so different, just being able to kind of look at things in a different way. So I'm very grateful for our ability to interpret situations and shift that when it's not working, and say, okay, so this is what I have. This is what I'm dealing with. What are we going to do? What are we going to shift? So that it feels like it's working. You don't have to like have whole big life changes in order to feel differently. I don't know. So that's what I'm.
So true.
Yeah.
That's good. Some of our fam said, Yarisa said, I'm grateful for my supportive family and friends. Val said, my health. Things are pretty good right now. Yes. Andrea said, Moxie Life, Club Moxie, my family and close friends, my body, the sun, and the breeze. Okay, Andrea, I just felt all of that. All of that. Karen said, I am so grateful for my husband and his support in our new adulting and retirement planning. We need to do wills and look at where we want to be for retirement to work backwards to build that life. Karen, yes, this is one of my stretch goals. Karen, you are on it. Like,
I know. I'm like, Karen's on fire right now. Everyone, clear the way. Karen is coming through. Karen also got a digital calendar today for her house. And I don't know if you saw it in club, but I want to hear about it. Please tell us in the comments if you got it yet and set it up.
Like the skylight ones, like the
yeah, but I think I saw that she got a different brand, but we want to know all about it because we love it. But she's getting her life so organized, and her husband and her are doing her goals together, and they're planning their.
Karen, listen, come on, Karen. And don't gatekeep. I want to know which one you end up going with. Yes, I love that. Yeah, I know. We're all just like, yes.
And just as a reminder, it came off of, Karen, correct me if I'm wrong, like a season of hard.
Oh, yeah.
Like it didn't come easily. She's been through it. So, I mean, we just got to keep on. Things will come together. We just need time.
Karen, I want to know this. Yeah, pull back.
Pull back the time.
That's the thing.
If you feel like it's not working, just pull back the time a little bit. It will eventually. Oh man.
Oh my goodness. And Karen said, yeah, I'm just shaking the dust off now. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. As we get ready to round out our night and our time together, what habits do you want to nurture next month?
Oh, this is where I went crazy.
Come on, go
I'm
crazy.
like, I have a whole list. I'm like, I am doing I'm gonna watch when it's not storming here. I'm gonna go down to the beach and watch sunsets every single night because I can. Why am I not doing it? I'm having smoothies every day. I hate fruit typically, but now all of a sudden I'm like craving smoothies all the time. Oh, I've got a full sleep hygiene schedule. You guys, I'm so excited. I'm like lots of progress goals.
I'm here for it. I bet you got it all like.
I do.
I know you do. I know you do. Oh, I love that for you.
I had so much fun. I'm like, ooh, I feel like I'm dreaming. This is so fun. And even if I just got
that sounds like an ideal day. Like
yeah,
a whole build out of like this beautiful day.
It's
that
very
feels
similar
so...
It's very similar to best self. Like that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Like I was going through and being like, okay, I'm getting back to me. What do I want that to look like? I can make that be anything I want. Like, and it was really exciting. It was, yeah. And they're all little things, but they'll move me forward a lot.
Sierra, we need to know about this sleep hygiene plan.
Oh, oh yeah. I mean, it's little things, you guys. It's like I have a little like a aromatherapy spray. I'm gonna put my phone somewhere outside of my room. My Kindle has been in my work bag forever, and that's where I always put it. I'm like, no, put it on the nightstand. There's just a bunch of tea, like melatonin, just little things like my journal, like nothing massive, but just the routine, the rhythm of getting into that mindset, and then reading a book with my son before we go to bed. That's just little things, but I don't feel like I've had time for that, or I've told myself I didn't have time for it because I was so busy, like carrying so much up here and in here that I feel like I'm finally getting my feet back underneath me and I'm able to like focus on other stuff that isn't pulling on me. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. And I just imagine
mine is
you go, T.
Go ahead,
you good.
go ahead. No, you were just imagining because I'm changing subject. Sorry. Not subject. But same question.
I was just saying I meant like that based off what Sierra just said. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna take all that stuff and put it in my our caddy, and put it by my bedside. I did that with last year, and I was like, you know what? I might need to bring that back out. And I made my
How many
planner
caddies do you have?
I have two. I have one for the actual planner supplies, and then the other one for I put the little self-care stuff in.
Your self-care toolkit.
It's my self-care toolkit and our little planner. It's the best. It's like my favorite thing. Yeah.
I want to see this. Are you willing to share it with us?
I would totally share it, but I'm here in Indiana and I left that back in
Oh, yeah. Okay, next time.
But I will bring it out. I promise to bring it out.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just like, yes, it's really, really, it's like I want to redo that. And I'm like, because I think it was just nice having that by my bedside to easily have access to it. Okay, I'm sorry. You go, T. You go.
No, mine's like completely the opposite. I have one thing. I want to practice the pause. That is what I'm committing to for June. I'm pausing before I react. I've figured out that there is the option to like choose a different way to react. So I'm going to play around with that. Instead of just going into autopilot. And I made a little bracelet during my retreat last week. And it has these little flat things right here. And so I've been doing this also like as a nervous system. I don't know. It's like my reset, but I touch them a lot. And that's like when I'm telling myself to pause. So that's my only like habit that I'm really focusing on, because June's just going to be nuts, people. I don't know. Maybe in October I can do like a whole ideal day reset. Like when I don't know. I just need to hold on for dear life for this coming month. I don't know.
I love that for you, Tara.
Pause.
What about you, Courtney?
What about you?
I'm going to lean into doing 30 crunches a day. Because I need to exercise. I want to exercise and I need to exercise and I don't like it. But y'all, okay. I don't do well with rewards. I don't like punishments because that's rude. And I don't like rewards because, like, most things, this is going to sound so bad. I'm like, if it's a reward, I could just get it for myself or do it. Like, that has no. But if my reward is based on someone else doing something for me, then I can't just, like, make it happen. So my husband, I said, if I do 30 crunches every day, or, you know, whatever, squats, will you make me a dinner of my choosing? And I really want to, like, eat Mediterranean food this summer. So that's it. Every day I do my 30 crunches. Now, he's been a little generous and still been cooking, but I have to make him stop. But then I'm going to get, like, these, I'm going to send you guys pictures of these, like, cute little meals that are going to be, like, I mean, he has to plate them. If I'm doing these crunches, he's going to make them fancy. And so that's it. That's my reward. But I have to have someone else do it, because otherwise, yeah.
It's layered accountability with benefit. Yeah,
It is.
I love that.
I mean, I feel like I really win.
Listen, I want pictures of these. I want the food. Let me know what food. Like, pick stuff. Like, I want, send me the food. I want to know.
I also need the pizza recipes. Oof.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll do like 60 crunches, and then we'll send food to you. So that'll be my other thing.
Okay, we go.
Make some vegetarian.
This
is getting intense.
Your crunches because I want to see the food recipe. Like, I want to see the food.
Courtney, did you do them today?
Courtney, did you crunch?
What is there's also this thing. I don't know if it's just like people socialized as women, men. If you're here, like, tell me. But why do we do things more if it's for, like, another person than if it's just for us? What is that?
Conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told Darian I would send her a recipe, so I guess I should get to my crunches. It's a thing. It's a true thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is legit.
I swear.
And then, y'all, with all of that said, all the reflection that we did, what area of life are we focusing on next month?
Physical environment. I'm doing all the things. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh.
Mine's
It's
across
supposed
multiple.
to be fun.
Oh, Tara, I'm so sorry. I feel like I keep
definitely a lag. I'm sorry.
I know it's probably me because I'm somewhere in the world. I guess my health and wellness, because I'm doing the sleep and the smoothies but I'm like, I didn't want to write that down. I just wrote me because I'm like, health and wellness sometimes comes with that, like, shoulds, you know, it's always kind of just back here. And I'm like, no, I want to coming home to myself. So I don't know what, and that's not really personal. I don't know. So I'm soft script this month.
Come on, soft script.
Off script.
Off script. I'm here for it.
You're writing a completely different system. Yeah. You're just going to be, this is for the months that we just, like, nothing fits.
Yes.
It fits everywhere and nowhere, all at once.
All at once.
I think I'm going to focus on financial next month. I think I want to do, like, a spending freeze for, like, personal stuff and, like, for home, because I'm like, we spend a lot on ourselves and a lot on home. Like, let's just do a little bit of freeze and focus on our finances. So it's more like, but also, like, also personal, like, discipline and, like, yeah. So it's just like, I think that's the area I really want to focus on next month, because I feel like I spent this past month really working on spiritual. And now I'm like, okay, let's work on financial. And so I think that's what I want to do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's hard when you traveling, like, you're away and you go, like, you have different stuff that you wouldn't be spending money on when you're home. So kind of pull it back in. I'm gonna do fun, because all of the things that are coming up in theory are fun. So we're gonna stay in that lane. It requires a lot of planning, but I've got a beautiful planner for that. So no worries. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have fun. Talking myself into it. No, but like the weather's nice. I've got my soon to be 8-year-old's birthday party, end of school. She's starting a new sport, which is like swimming. So I'll be like sitting watching her like doing a new thing. And one of my favorite festivals, it's a Spanish holiday. Well, really in the Northwest. I don't know how broadly they celebrate it, but it's San Juan. It's St. John's Day. And we're going to have people over to our house and we make bonfires and jump over them to welcome summer.
No way.
Stop.
It's a for real thing. It's my favorite time of year. It's just after my daughter's birthday. So it's just like, it's leaving things in the past, like because it's the summer solstice. So it's leaving things in the past and going into the new season, like fresh and new energy. So leaning into fun.
I love that. Yes. I want a picture of you jumping over this fire. A video or something.
And you have to do it by odd numbers. 3 or more, but always odd numbers. It's steeped in rules and lore. It's very cool.
Oh my goodness.
That is so cool.
I love that.
What about you, Courtney?
Oh, physical environment.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that? Sorry, was that the question? I'm totally just like laughed.
Yes. What area of life are you focusing on? Yeah.
Yeah, no, physical environment. I'm gonna I'm like doing, I don't know, I'm just riding that energy for as long as I can. But I have a couple I have like actually every room in my house that I have a plan for. And so it's going, I don't know, we'll see what happens, but I'm just gonna plug through.
I love it. Bring some of that energy that you did this month into next month and tackle it.
Yeah.
Just ride that riding lawnmower all the way through.
Oh my God. You know it. I really need to send you guys a video. It's like,
I need a video of this. Anyone who doesn't know, Courtney loves, like, has a whole lawnmower, loves riding on it, and is like a complete baddie on it. Like,
I realized the other day
it wasn't as fun at the house, right? Like cleaning.
I needed the moxie. Oh my gosh, if only, like, to go around the house like that, that'd be great.
Riding vacuum cleaners.
I'd do it.
I love it. Okay, before we wrap up, I want to share some of the things that our community is focusing on this month in June. Emma is focusing on health. Val is focusing on personal. Greta is focusing on physical health. Karen said physical environment and getting a new living room furniture on Monday. Karen, can I just live through your life for this next month? Because you are just crushing it. Come on. Naturally Minnie said, I'm focusing on health and wellness, keeping the momentum going with daily walks and healthier food planning. Yarisi said physical environment. Karen said, I'm so ready for season of yes. Oh my goodness. Andrea also said season of yes. Can't wait for that to start. And also Karen said pics didn't happen, Tara. And the same goes for you. I want the lawnmower pics. I want the jumping over
sunset on the beach.
Listen, you got it.
You saving money, D. I want pictures of you saving money. All the things you're not buying.
I'll be like, this is what I did not buy. Yes.
Spreadsheet. This is how much I didn't spend. It's gonna be so motivating.
I do hear people talk about that. They do where they say it's a whole thing and it's like a spending thing where when you go to buy something, when you wait, you go put it on, I didn't buy it. And I did, like, you keep track. It's like a reverse wish list. So you write down all the things that you didn't buy and you see how much money you save by not buying it. It's actually a cool thing that adds up over time because you look at your budget and your spending and you see all the things that you did spend, but imagine how much money you saved on the things that you didn't buy.
I could really do that here.
And if you really want
Amazon doesn't exist in Costa Rica, or maybe it does, but not the way I was used to it. And that's where I did so much of my shopping, sadly. But I'm like, I'm saving so much money.
Listen. Absolutely. I'm gonna try it. Maybe I'll do a little and it'll inspire me. Okay, y'all.
It's gonna be good.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us, doing your weekly reflection, your monthly reflections with us. We're gonna be back here next month, and we have a roundtable conversation happening in a couple weeks, and it won't just be Team Moxie, but it will be some of y'all who are in the comments. You'll get to hear some people from the actual community, people from Club MäksēFam, and the team members. So it's going to be a really fun time. So stay on the lookout for that. But until next time, we hope you guys finish this month strong and you have a wonderful, wonderful month of June. And we love you and we're cheering you on.
Love you guys
I love you all so much.
so much.